Hi guys, I'm Mama Bear to Many. I am mom to 14. 12 of the children are still at home, so there's 14 people all together living in our house. And this is part of our garden. We have a high tunnel. It is actually 32 by 90 long. And so this is like our inside extend the season type garden. And then this is going to be week 3 of our garden tour. And I think next week, week 4, we'll be able to get outside and show you guys some of the gardens that we have outside as well. So I'm just going to take you through and show you what we've got done so far this week. And it's also helpful for myself. Do you know today's date?
The 25th.
So it's the 25th of April, so I'll know when I planted things, when I didn't plant things. Last year I ended up planting starts sooner than this year, but this year we were on vacation. So years ago I had this thought. Did you see that I had candy in my pocket? I've had a rough throat, it's just so I've been having candy in my pocket. I got this thought in my head. I had seen a couple different things and I was thinking like how dependent we are on the grocery stores. And I didn't want to be dependent on the grocery stores. I wanted to be dependent on, first of all, God to provide. And there's like this beauty in gardening that the Lord's going to provide for you, right? Like you put a seed in the ground and you pray and you just trust God that He's going to, make that flourish. And it's just a beautiful thing. So that's what we decided to do. Can you not step there, please? Because remember, we planted the trees. Okay, so we built this up last week. And where should we go? Down here first? Let's come down here. Show them down here. So, we're going to come all the way down here. Little Miss has bare legs, if you see bare legs in here, because she's learning how to go on the potty. Because she's getting so big. So this area here is going to be the kids area. So we put up a little fence in this section. And I'm like just a regular American family. I'm waiting till payday to be able to finish this part of it off. And you have your hand. Want to hold the plant? Oh, thank you. We'll plant this in a minute, okay? She's going to hold the cabbage for us. And so back here, actually, let's go back there and then we'll work our way back up. You do.
It wasn't me. It was you.
All right, so my lovely daughter built this awesome section. I had this idea of how I wanted to set things up and I wanted it to be more beautiful. And so I think this is beautiful actually. So we put these are like slabs of wood that you can buy sometimes. You can get like a whole lot of them for like $10 or something. It's just on independent sawmills. They'll cut the ends off and they can't really use these ragged pieces. So I put those along the back so the dirt won't fall out that way. And then we put pallets along the front here. And we're going to use this bed here. So this is almost like a hoopla system. We have small branches in here actually. And then we threw some seaweed and some leaves in here. And then this nice manure on top. Let me hold it. Okay. So we're going to put sweet potatoes all in here for the summertime. And then in the winter time, we actually grew sweet potatoes in just a small bed last year because I didn't know if we could grow them up this far north. I tried to grow them before outside and it didn't work. So we're going to grow them in here because it worked really well. It worked last year. So we're going to grow sweet potatoes in here, and then I think after the sweet potatoes I'm going to try to grow a crop of regular potatoes in the back. I tend to get potato bugs, and I want to try to grow the potatoes outside for the summertime and then grow some for winter. in here. So that's a goal. I don't really know what I'm doing as far as gardening. Just like trial and error for everything pretty much. Over here, I left a space over here that I want to dig in a horseradish in here. I planted little starts of rhubarb. They're really tiny. Yeah, those are, we'll see if those last or not. I threw a bunch of seeds and started those. And then they put the strawberries in here. These are June bearing strawberries. Come on, strawberries. Did you help? Yeah, I see that one. So last week we had this planted. You can see most of the peas are coming up now.
Yep.
Yep. Did you help Mama with that? Yeah. And then we planted these today. These are Copenhagen cabbages. Copenhagen. I have some red too. Let's see. And then I have some red A's here. Weeded out these this morning. You can see some of the beets are starting here. I have some, what were those?
I think more cabbages.
I think those are cabbages, yep. Here and there. I think those are red cabbages actually. So what I'll do with those, I kind of planted seeds really close together. And then what I'll do is I let them start in here, then I'll pull them out and I can throw them into my outdoor gardens as a plant rather than having to start everything inside the high tunnel, and it will just be a little bit later. So as I weed through these, I would take those little starts and plant them outside. All right, and then beets here. We have some Brussels sprouts down here. And, oh, I was gonna put, this little cabbage is going to the end of that row. Let's see. I have carrots in here, so you can start to see.
And I think some broccoli. And
carrots there. And then this bed here, they're taking out, I want this bed cleared out of strawberries. So they've been taking out the pots. We're actually waiting for some more pots to come in as well. And they're getting those established so they're able to sell those. Because I want, this is like all season bearing type strawberries, and I prefer June bearing, so these ones are coming out, and I'm hoping to establish the June bearing down the end of this row. Okay, come on. We're gonna go around this way. So, Mom's gonna step over. Do you wanna go over here with me? So all in here, it's hard to tell what there is. Up against the fence, every other one has peas planted. Today I'm gonna plant the red noodle beans in between the other. And then here we have broccoli on this side, and then there's cauliflower on the other side. And then in between the broccoli on this side, I have like a row in between here, and it's lettuce. So those are starting to come up. By the time I harvest the lettuce, then the broccoli will be getting really big. So we'll have like two crops in the same type of area here. And that goes from the end all the way down. So we'll just go over the other side. Can you hold that?
I see a phone. I see a phone.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
So then down here it's the same. Okay. Same sort of scenario. You can see some of these peas came right up, so I'm gonna have to cover those over after we're done here. So I planted, these are cauliflower in this section, and then these are a bunch of radishes, so I'm doing the same type of thing as the lettuce I'm doing over there with radishes over here. And that's gonna go all the way up here. All cauliflower both sides like this. And then I have a couple of spare red cabbages up here because I stopped the cauliflower here and I just had one package of red cabbage over there. So then here I took onions in here. You coming? But you can sleep on it. There's nothing. big row here. He just rototilled, but there's nothing planted in it yet. So we have onions and spinach, some like kale mix, yellow onions here. Gonna stir some. Then these are leeks. And then cauliflower in the front, Brussels sprouts in the back. Those were planted seeds. And then cabbage here. Yeah. And then, let's see, these ones are early Jersey Wakefield cabbage. And some broccoli. So if you want to come here for a minute, these broccolis right here, did you see how small the other broccolis were? These were set out like the other ones were. These were set out a week before the other ones were. So hopefully in a week, the ones that are over there should be about this big. Please don't pull that out. You can hold this week. So these are early green broccoli. And these are Desico. I don't know how to say it. This is a different type of broccoli. And these two still aren't planted. So today I'm probably going to plant another bed. I have quite a bit of leeks left. I'm going to plant another bed of leeks here. I'm not quite sure about the end there. I might leave that to do like a different hot pepper to like kind of keep it separate from something else. So we have left to plant in the high tunnel. We have this long row here, which depending on what it is, we could have one row or even two rows of something. Probably one row of something tall, and then like a lettuce or a kale or something on the other side. We have, you can see where the water is over here, where the water line is. That half here. Come here for a minute. I'll show you here. So from here down there we have to plant. And then what we'll do is once it gets a little bit warmer, we have to wait. Our last frost date is like Memorial Day weekend. So I can't plant tomatoes and peppers in here. I've only had success 4 weeks ahead of time from the frost date. So I won't plant here until probably like the second week of May, maybe the first week of May. So this will get rototilled here during that time. As you can see, this ground is just really thick and hard, so we still do need to rototill quite a bit. I'd love to get it to a point that we don't need to, but that's where we're at for right now. When we do the tomatoes, we'll put them up on the tomahawks here. So I wanted to make sure they were in one of the beds that could have the tomahawks on here. So we'll probably do like tomatoes here, cucumbers along that side, and then maybe some beans in the center here. And then I'm going to try to do corn outside and some other things, but I'll explain that next week. So that is about it. We got a lot accomplished, I think, this week. So I just feel blessed by what we have gotten done, and we'll show you the outside gardens as long as the weather is okay next week.